Happy Saturday. Today is March the 28th, 2026. Welcome back to the Roadmap to Freedom Personal Growth Healing Program. Today I'm continuing to talk about thoughts and beliefs. And most specifically today, I'm talking about the CHATTERBOX. Now, I have mentioned the CHATTERBOX in previous videos, but I want to get into more details today about it. The CHATTERBOX is largely responsible for how you feel about yourself. It's your self-internal critic. It's actually part of your thinking process, and it's actually you having a conversation with you. Not all people are aware of it. Once you become aware of it, it can be quite enlightening. It can be frightful. It can be frustrating because a lot of the self-talk might be negative. It chatters in your head from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. It can be destructive. It finds fault within you. It beats you up for making mistakes. It self-judges. It uses rigid standards of good and bad. It can cause your fears, your anxiety, your hopelessness, and it can lead to depression. It's a heavy-duty thing in your head. It constantly and consistently feeds you lies and helps convince you that you can't read them, that you can read the minds of others and how they are judging you, when in fact other people are probably not judging you at all. It's you judging you. I know, I've been through this. Sometimes I still do it. So your CHATTERBOX is created inside of you by well-intended people trying to mold you into a good person, trying to make you a fine, upstanding citizen of this earth. These people in your life, as I've mentioned before, can be family, friends, co-workers, hockey coaches, sports coaches, teachers, classmates, anybody and everybody that you've ever been in touch with. It's basically even society as a whole. Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions. How often have you been punished for your mistakes? Were you shunned? Were you shamed? Were you belittled? Do you remember all of that? Shaming does not make anyone do better. It just makes them feel really bad about themselves. Anybody that was trying to correct you for your mistakes, and if they hurt, your internal CHATTERBOX and made it negative, I don't think they really meant to. They just didn't know what they were doing. So try to think about that. The main job of the CHATTERBOX is to keep you in a safe place, wants to keep you in your comfort zone. It doesn't want you to take risks in case it backfires on you, and it might cause you grief, and the CHATTERBOX doesn't like you being sad. The CHATTERBOX is instrumental in creating your unhealthy fears. Let's take an example of self-talking unhealthy fear. Someone at a social gathering is maybe noticing you and they'd like to meet you. They begin to feel anxious when the CHATTERBOX begins a multitude of thoughts, starts talking to them, So let's say it's me and I want to reach out and meet that people. No way that person would want anything to do with me. I'm too short, because I am short. Too fat or thin. Maybe I'm too stupid. Maybe I'm too ugly. I will be rejected, and that will be embarrassing and hurtful. So you better just take the safe route and don't bother doing anything. Just sit there and be quiet and smile. So that's an example of what some chatter might be going on in your head. At that point, the potential pain might not be worth the reward. You go into fear mode, You don't want to feel embarrassed. You don't want to make a fool of yourself. So you better just sit tight and do nothing. You stay in your comfort zone. And once you decide to stay in your comfort zone, the anxiety probably reduces. And there you go. You haven't met anybody. And this goes on repeat, repeat, repeat. So chances are, until you start paying attention to what's happening in your thoughts, you're not going to change anything. The chatterbox is very complex function in your life. It's complicated because it remembers everything. It programs you to keep you safe. It constantly reminds you of your past failures and mistakes, telling you not to do that again. The chatterbox means well. It will create a lot of fear within you, fear, fear, and more fear. Its only intention is to keep you safe. But we talked about fear. There's good fear and there's bad fear, healthy fear and unhealthy fear. So, unhealthy fear is stopping you from creating a better life. You know, you want to go out there and meet somebody, you gotta face your fear. Anyway, the chatterbox is just you judging you. So, what I used to do when I had that happening, and I would start feeling, sad or upset, the emotions were negative, I had a mantra, and I would say, I want to be happy. I intend to be happy. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. And so it is. So I'll leave you with that for this evening. Hope you tune in tomorrow. Namaste.